Denint Consulting is a Swedish firm founded in 2009 that offers interim management services to enable its client companies to fill temporary gaps at their management level. In general, Denint Consulting's clients are large Swedish companies with an annual turnover of over 2 billion crowns. The nature of the task can also differ, as all firms are different. Denint Consulting is mainly focused on financial functions such as interim CFO, pricing, or accounting management. The interim management industry is not exclusive to Sweden. It is also present and well established throughout the world. HR, finance, and operations are the three main areas with the highest demand for interim services. Together, account for approximately 20% of all interim management assignments. Interim managers usually take the task for a predetermined time period, stabilize complex situations, and deliver results. And these tasks are required by companies undergoing crisis or by companies needing help to recover from difficult situations. In the process of providing high-range interim management services, there are three main actors involved: the interim managers, the client companies, and the brokers. A company experiences a need for management and contacts a broker. The broker acts as a consultant and matches an interim manager to the task. The interim manager meets the company to make sure the match is good. He performs the task, and the broker receives a performance evaluation from the company. The bargaining power of brokers as suppliers in the industry is quite strong, since brokers control the information and resources from both sides. The threat of new entrants is low due to high requirements of freelancer skills, experience, trustworthiness, and reputation. The threat of substitutes is low, since the interim management service is difficult to replicate. The power of buyers is low because of high demand and lack of high-range interim managers. Finally, the rivalry in the market is quite intensive, as 4 or 5 potential interim managers usually compete for one lucrative project. Due to the uncertainty of which direction the market will develop, the company's key focal issue is strictly connected to possible future scenarios. Therefore, the question to answer should be: will the market be disrupted? And what are the implications for how freelancer services will be provided? The chosen scope of the report is 10 years, as it is enough time for the trends to change the status quo. Now, the trends that might impact the interim management industry will be analyzed. The abbreviation PASTEL stands for political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal. Political factors include policy change such as flexicurity, which is a welfare state model that combines the labor market flexibility with security for workers, and labor union resistance. Economic factors such as economic globalization and the demand for high-skilled workers. Then social factors include employees changing jobs more often and flexible working conditions. Finally, technological factors include a possible increase in the automation of tasks and the rise of companies using open source platforms. These drivers have been classified based on their potential impact on the interim management industry, as well as their uncertainty. The two main drivers having the highest uncertainty and potential impact have been identified as the future organizational structure and the information transparency or use of open source technology. Through placing these drivers on the axis, we have this scenario matrix, which defines 4 possible scenarios which might happen in the next 10 years. The first scenario is characterized by an efficient use of data, full transparency, usage of open source platforms, high process automation, and big hierarchical companies, which tend to reduce turnover. Opportunities can be found in an increased knowledge sharing, automation, and focus on soft skills, while challenges are an increased competition together with a stronger power of hierarchical companies. The second scenario is characterized by an increased number of freelancers, the usage of open source platforms, the presence of flat specialized companies, and full information transparency. Opportunities can be found in increased knowledge sharing and project availability, while challenges are an increased competition together with a management role which needs to be constantly updated. The third scenario is characterized by great technological development, strong influence of brokers, increased process automation, and high information security. Opportunities can be found in increased knowledge sharing and in the possibility to focus on soft skills, while challenges are competition and lack of operational policies. The last scenario is characterized by a technological halt, high information security, where problems are solved in-house, and complex organizational structures. Opportunities can be found in the focus for core competences and in the possibility to strengthen the market position, while challenges are increased entry barriers and low availability of assignments. Understanding the possible future scenarios and their implications on the current business model will enhance the business development process of Denint Consulting. Each of the four scenarios presents strategic challenges and opportunities. As a consequence, Denint Consulting should acquire relevant skills and competences to gain competitive advantage, being able to predict how future assignments will look like, define each time the core value-added activities and advantages, being able to achieve a good reputation and enhance its network connections, adapt to different organizational structures, and being able to stay up to date with technological developments. To conclude, Denint Consulting should develop an annual scenario assessment to detect early warning indicators and define which scenario is occurring. Moreover, it should monitor the two key drivers, organizational structure and information transparency, and benchmark each indicator and detect information from market actors. Finally, when the previous strategic points are clear and leading indicators lead to a consistent picture, Denint Consulting should adapt its business model accordingly. Thank you for your attention.